Okay, this is a quick tour of the features of the Slapp Pro app. Slapp Pro is a photo documentation app. It allows you to take photos with the app or import photos that you've taken previously and add tags to the photos, metadata tags. Those tags will appear on the image itself above the photo you've taken, and they'll also be embedded in the photo's metadata, allowing for you to search for photos based on the tags you set. Slapp Pro is used in filmmaking on productions in roles such as set decorating, property master, location scouting, essentially any area where photos would be used for documentation and later reference. Slapp Pro is also used in other industries such as construction, job site documentation, as well as archaeology and a wide variety of other areas. So let's get into the app. When you first open the app, it tells you a little bit about what the app is and what it does. Again, the feature set here is pretty straightforward. It's just about taking photos and putting tags on them. So it's not very in-depth here because there's not really much to talk about. The app does ask for 3 different permissions, 2 of which are required. The first one is the camera permission. This is a camera app that takes photos for documentation, so you have to allow for access of the camera or use of the camera with the app. And then secondly, all of the photos are saved into your phone's photo albums. Where you would normally have photos saved if you took pictures with your phone's default camera, many of our users are using their phones and the default cameras on their phones already to take photos. Slapp really allows them to continue to use their phone, but add this metadata for context. So since they're already saving photos to the photos albums, that's where the Slapp photos are saved today. In the future, we're looking at integration with Google Drive or Dropbox or even being able to save the photos within the app itself. But currently, all the photos are saved where our users are already used to, which is in the photo albums on their phone. So you go ahead and just hit continue and then allow full access so that we can save photos to the albums that you select. The last one is an optional, so this is location. If you say yes to this, it'll put the GPS location of where you're taking the photos at. That allows you for search by location later on. It also allows you to organize your photos based on location, and it brings some additional functionality there. Again, within the Photos app that exists already on your phone. We don't see the location. It's not required that you do this, so you can turn it on or off. But if you do turn it on, just say allow while using the app. All right, so when you first open the app, this is what you see. This is the default screen. On the left-hand side, notice that there's a tag symbol. So you click on that tag symbol, and you can see where you can add metadata tags. And so for example, if we want to add, let's say that we're taking pictures here in the kitchen. So we'll go ahead and put room is kitchen. That's our first tag. And then we're going to go ahead and add another tag. The object we're taking a picture of is going to be the sink. So we'll put sink. And then lastly, the material is stainless steel. Put steel. Okay, so then on the far left, top left, you'll see it says save, and you can just save the tag there. And so now we've saved the tags. We can see the tags here, so that gives us a quick confirmation before we take a photo that the tags are set the way we want. If we want to quickly change something, maybe it's a different object now, we're going to take a picture of the stove, then we could just change it right here and save it if we wanted to. So that's a kind of a quick way of changing just one pair at a time. If we want to get back in and change all the pairs, then just click on the tag and we can go back in and change all the pairs. We can also change the album of where the photos are saved to. By default, it saves them to an album called Slapp Pro. And you'll find that in your existing photos albums. So once you start taking photos of Slapp Pro, if you leave that set there, it'll create a new album called Slapp Pro, and that's where the photos will be. They'll also be in your recent photos. You can change that, either type something in, or you can select. Let's say in this case, we're going to take job site documentation photos. So we're going to change it to that, and then we save. And now when we take a photo, the preview of that photo appears in the little thumbnail on the left. And we can actually take a couple photos here. We'll take a few in portrait, and we'll take one with landscape. And so now when we tap that preview, it takes us to the Photos albums, and we can see that there's the photo we've taken. We can see the metadata that we just put on there is at the top. And if it's a landscape photo, it's got 2 columns. If it's a portrait photo, it's got 1 column, but we can see that the photo metadata is there. We can also see that it's embedded within the photo, which allows us to search for the photo using those names. So if we went in here and we said, you know what, we're gonna search for stainless steel. So we can see that there's 8 photos with that tag, so that allows us to quickly get to the photos based on that. All right, so let me describe the import feature of Slapp Pro. So let's say we're going to now take a picture, or we've taken a picture previously of a kitchen table or a dining room table. So we're gonna go ahead and change the room to dining room. The object is going to be a table, and the material is going to be a light oak. All right, so we'll just hit save in the top right, and that saves those items. We can see that it's set there. We'll go ahead and click the import button on the bottom right. So again, the import button is a little plus photo. So you're adding a photo, you're adding Slapp data to an existing photo. So you'll click the import button, you'll select the photo that you want to import with the Slapp data, you click add, and the little thumbnail on the left-hand side is now updated. So we can tap that to go see the result, and we can see here, yes, indeed, we've imported that photo, and it's added the Slapp data that we just set. So the dining room, light oak material, and the table is the object. Again, we can see that here in the embedded photo data along with the location. So that's really the main features of Slapp Pro. It allows you to either take photos or import existing photos and adds those metadata tags. And you can add a number of metadata tags here. You can also go in here and change the order of the metadata tags if you want. You can delete metadata tags that you no longer want. You can change the album name here. And that's really the main functionality. On the top left, you'll see that you can turn on and off the flash, or you can hit the circular buttons to flip from the rear camera of your phone to the front camera if you wanted to take some sort of selfie for some reason for documentation purposes with the app. And on the right-hand side, top right, you'll see a little eye button that gives you additional information and options. So things like what's new, the ability to give feedback or contact us with support questions, review the privacy policy terms of use, or replay the tutorial. So again, pretty straightforward. That's all there is to it. Just the main thing is to set those metadata tags, save them, take pictures, and they're saved to your Photos album.